Hey friends, for today's video, I'm going to do a master copy of this Paul Cezanne painting. It's just called Bouquet of Flowers. And we're going to use some oil pastels. So this is just a very basic set of oil pastels. And I'm just using a square piece of paper. To start, I'm going to look at this painting and decide kind of which flowers I want to paint, because I'm not going to do the painting exactly. I'm just going to pick different parts of it and try and copy what he did. To start out, I'm going to block out where I'm going to do my flower. So I'm doing this big pink one on the left and then two of the red ones that I like. I've got a purple one, two yellow ones, and then a little pink flower bud in the corner. And I'm just gonna work on one flower at a time. So I'm gonna start with my hardest one, this big pink rose. And for this video, you can just kind of follow along and see how I go about doing each flower. You can copy my techniques and the way I paint with these pastels. I do a lot of overlapping with the pastels and a lot of blending, especially because I don't have a wide range of colors, so I have to mix a lot of colors. But the way to get pastels to look almost like paint is to really add a lot of layers. I'm using my white pastel the most because I use it almost as like a blender. Copying master paintings is a great way to learn how to do art. So I love looking at old artists from like the early 1800s and 1900s and just picking a painting that they did that I like and copying parts of it and just kind of learning how to use different mediums. This painting is an oil painting. It's from the 1800s. Paul Cezanne was like a French painter in the post-impressionist era. And so you could use paints to do this, but I just wanted to use oil pastels because I love the way they turn out and the way they look, and it's a little bit easier and less messy. Okay, so I'm just moving on to each flower here. I moved on to my red one. I'm adding some layers on top. And then this other red one on the bottom. You have to remember that if you're using white, you can't really do white over top any of the other colors unless it's just to blend, because you can't get white, that clear white. So like the center of this flower, I did the white first and then did other colors around it. And then I came back in and kind of blended the white. We're just adding lots of layers and texture. Lots more detail. For a lot of these flowers, you want to just keep playing with different colors, adding different colors and making it look how you want, adding details, and the background plays a lot into it as well. So as we add the leaves in the background, you'll kind of continue to shape the flowers as you're working. This painting has a lot of random little brush strokes, so I'm going to add a lot of those up in here and then come around them with my white and lighter colors later. Now I'm going to move on to the background. So you can see the bottom part of this painting is really dark and then it moves lighter. So I'm going to get some of my darker greens and do some leaves here. And then I'm going to add in some black around there as well. So to get these flowers to really pop, I'm going to make the background pretty dark. I'm just going to continue to add detail. I'm going to layer some of my lighter blues with my black and just move through the bottom of this painting. Okay, as I move up, I'm gonna do some lighter leaves. With oil pastels, you're gonna wanna make sure that you move from light to dark. So you wanna start with a lot of your lighter areas and then add dark around it, because you can't do black and then add like a light green leaf on top of the black. It just won't work. So you're gonna wanna block in your leaves first and then do black around it. Because you can always add darker over the top of lighter, but you can't really do the other way around. So I'm just doing a bunch of random leaves in here and then filling in the space with my blues and my blacks. I'm gonna make sure that I'm shaping out these flowers as I move around them. I'm being very loose with my strokes because I want it to have this painterly look. And I'm making sure to really push down hard on the pastels and make sure that I'm covering all the area. If you go light with oil pastels, it kind of looks like you're just coloring with a crayon. So if you want it to look painterly, you're gonna really want to push on a lot of the pastel and add a lot of layers. Now as I'm moving up the painting, I want it to get lighter, so I'm switching my darker blues and my black out for this lighter blue. And I'm just going around all these flowers. I'm gonna add in some more leaf shapes, but I'm gonna go around all these flowers and leaves with my lighter blue and white to really blend it into this lighter background. I'm gonna try and fill in all of these lighter white areas, make sure that I'm covering my entire canvas. The white pastel does a really good job at making it look like a painting and really blending in all the colors. Okay, now I'm just going over with like these little fine details, looking at my painting, seeing where I need to add more. But it's turning out and I'm just about finished. Okay, and there you have it. I think I'm all finished with this one. I love doing these master copies because they're a great way to learn how to do a new medium and be creative and kind of make it your own. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more videos like this one.